If I had known it was something like this, I probably would have just made it. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Well, it's been a quick minute since we've been here. Just stopped in at United Ag and Turf in, is it Lancaster? It is Lancaster. So we stopped in here. They actually got me the tubes. They could get me the tubes, and they got me it faster than anybody else could. So I'll give you guys a shout out for that one. Appreciate it. Yeah, and I didn't realize all the parts people have rotated in and out and whatnot, and they could be on the counter. Actually, it's friends or Facebook friends, and first time I've ever met them in person. So small freaking world. But wait till I show you Mother Deere itself. Older parts are always going to be expensive. Discontinued stuffs, things like that, and the 7520 has some stuff that's discontinued, but other tractors have stuff that's discontinued, so it's just the nature of the world. But I got the tubes for the fuel tanks. $200 later, and that's the going price for them no matter where I looked. So it's not like it was marked, come on car, it's not like it was marked way up or anything like that. So you don't get much nowadays for $200. I'm just going to tell you that. So we'll jump back and we'll mess with the 7520. I was hoping to go get the disc today. It's raining significantly, so I think we're going to hold off, and we'll get them tomorrow morning or so, and we'll finish up what we got for crop work for 2022 for ourselves. Still got some hay that needs to get baled, but yeah, that's where we're at. You guys will be a little shocked at what I just spent $200 on. Well, I'll see you when I get back. Hopefully the rain holds off for us. So, this right there doesn't say on this sheet. $94 a piece. Yeah. You don't get very much for $94. If I had known it was something like this, I probably would have just made it. I could return it, but we're just going to use the right thing. So it's 5/16 line with an end. Imagine that. I'll explain what goes on here. This line here is the return line, actually coming back from what you can see up there at the injectors over to return back into the tank. Two tanks fill on this side. There's a pipe that connects them between each other, a large, I think it's 1.5 2-inch plastic hose, so that fuel will transfer back and forth. I should know off the top of my head. I think these are 64 or 56 gallon fuel tanks each, so got quite a bit of fuel on board. And it is right there. So draining the fuel out does not really appeal to me. What this tractor's been doing since the spring, and some people have mentioned, hey, this is the problem. Where's the part number of these? AR88404. I forget who exactly mentioned it, but literally gave me the part number of it. And what the tractor was doing, it would run and run, and then all of a sudden it would act like there's no fuel. And you'd slow down and you'd come to a stop, and then it would be back. So yes, I got that new fuel line in there. Really, it pulls fuel up. This line here goes across. I don't think anything's here because it's not leaking or sucking air. It's like it's just, it can't keep up. So injection pump through. I really do want to get a glass one so I can see. When we pulled this motor, when we split it last time, I broke the glass one. It's on my list to find the glass one again, because all the new ones are steel like that. So then it goes through there, goes through the filters. So it almost acts like a filter issue, like a clogged filter. We've had 3 different filters on here. Yeah, it's not a clogged filter. So I do see the bottom of the filters have some sediment, so I might get some. There was some dirty fuel that went through the farm's tanks, I think last fall, and they sucked the tank dry, and I think a bunch of sediment got picked up even with the filter on it. It just, all this stuff happened. So between that truck there having fuel issues, yeah, stuff that had farm fuel in it. So what these do is on the draw side, because there's one on this side and there's one on the other side, that line drops down in there, and actually people say the 7520s, the 7020s, the 8440s, I think there's a few other models that this pipe will rot away and have a pinhole leak in it, and then it causes it to suck air, and when it sucks air it runs out of fuel, dies down, acts all plugged up. So that is what we're at. But I'll take this side off. See, like, there's no fuel there right now, so it's like it's like it backfed. I think that's a backflow check valve, check ball, but it should keep pressure on it either way. That's a good sign right there. Well, that we might know what the issue is. I did just pull this little piece out of that fitting, which makes me still think there's something stuck in the fuel tank. So those are 2 things, either these lines or something, there's junk in the fuel tank still. And I figured I might as well do these lines, because someday they're going to give me a problem. And you can't see nothing in the fuel tank. But we will see. So take the label off, slide it down in there. Oof. I don't know if we gotta lubricate that up or what we gotta do. There's not much directions to go with this. There's a book online, and I tried to get it, but it would not let me get it on. Put a little lubrication around it, doesn't work. Next best thing, throw it in the freezer, and we're gonna go grab a specialty tool, because I do not have it, so that we could do some work on this. So we'll throw these in the freezer and let them get smaller. That's the idea of the freezer. So, because I tried both sides and I had no luck. It would go down about 6 inches and then it would lock up, and well, at $100 a piece, I'd rather not destroy them. So this is the other side here, and it just goes there. So alrighty, let's do that. So we are over here at Martell. They do tree removal. Here's one of their cranes. Try not to run James over. I don't know where he went. And James, who actually helped me pull the motor on the chopper this spring when we almost died together, he works over here as a mechanic. So, and he's got a lot of specialty tools. So I was like, hey, I need your camera. So I'll show you when we get back what the camera does. But yeah, Martell's they got some rigs. And you gotta think, there's a bunch of them out to work right now. They got another crane. So, alrighty, let's jump back now. Now I realize why this truck battery keeps dying. I went to hook up to the Bluetooth connection for this camera that I just picked up, and Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna put all this stuff down. And the radio's on. And then when I clicked on Bluetooth, I was like, why am I connected to that radio? Now it explains it. Yeah, if you don't remember to shut it off, it stays on. And I broke the mount you guys are on. That's really why I need a kill switch on this truck too. I thought I had a battery going bad. Pretty sure that radio has just been on. Which I actually do need the radio on. So this is what I got. I stopped at James and I grabbed his Depth Tech. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it goes to your phone, and it's a little tiny camera, and you can see as you place it places. So I actually need the Wi-Fi or the USB outlet of the truck. So I'll turn that back on for a sec. So there's the little light, and it's got a camera in it. And we just gotta unravel things. And what I'm gonna do is look in the fuel tank and see what I can see. Okay, not on the radio. Scan for devices. It's not Bluetooth. You connect to the Wi-Fi, and then you had to figure out the password. Good thing he has the owner's manual in there. Stay connected. Alrighty. Now we should be able to see it. Hopefully. So this is not giving me enough light. Back to the flashlights. I got this little thing, and I've never showed it. And I said, oh, what am I ever going to use that for? It's supposed to go on like your keychains. Well, yeah, a little bit brighter. We're going to tape it on there and put it back in so that I can see better. So now with the light, you can see, so that left tube is your return. That's your suction on your right. It's all there. It goes down in there. But the light's a little bright, but you can see there's some material and stuff on the bottom. So I wonder if it's got something that it sucks up. So what we really got to do is run this thing out of fuel completely, or drain it all. There's not that much in it, but you can. This light's handy. So that's the end of the tank, and then that's the step at the bottom. So that tube is definitely there, but see that black stuff? I don't think you can see much on here. So there's definitely junk in this tank. I was just thinking, I got those extra 5-gallon buckets. Go drain this out as long as I got his light, well, his camera light. And then we can see what's really in the bottom if there's more stuff. It's gotta be. I don't know. We're gonna find out. This is what come out of the tank so far. So I'd say we got some water in there. Yep. Yeah, that's pure water. How much water do you think it's gonna be? That might be some of our issue. There it goes. Now it's getting a little red. Yeah, and there's people that are like, oh, farm fuel. Well, when the farm supplies the fuel, and that's what they put in it when I'm chopping. So that goes back to them, not me. So there's an inch of water in a 5-gallon bucket in there. That's probably not a good thing either. Yeah, definitely some rust. That all just came out of there, so less than ideal. We got some of the debris out of there. That water probably doesn't help me at all. But yeah, it took 15 gallons out, and I probably got another 40 to go in there. I forget how many gallons these hold. Are they 60s? So it's pretty full. Well, probably got another 30 to go. But I'm gonna get this truck actually jumped. So the batteries are good. I'll let it run for a little bit. And Dave, who helped me move out and who drove truck last night, he was watching the video 2 nights ago, and I couldn't find my jumper cables. I was wandering around and I realized where they were in between, but he texted me, he's like, hey, they're in the toolbox of the white truck. Yeah, I remember putting them there. So we'll jump that and we'll make sure the radio's off because that's what's killing the batteries. While that charges up some, because it will jump, it will go. Let's see what we got. Got one box. I got 2 boxes. I honestly think I'm supposed to have a 3rd box, but I don't know what I've ordered from where. It's freaking raining now, so like actually raining. It was supposed to stop. Joys of working outside. God shot. That's what it is. Okay. So I got the gauges that stopped working in here, which is somebody put oil pressure and battery voltage, which is 2 good things to know. What we got here? We got oil pressure. Is pro 5 to 100 psi. Because there is an issue with these motors that if that gear gets stripped off on that and it stops building oil pressure and you don't know, you destroy these motors. So got that. The voltage one should be coming, I'd take it. I'll have to double check where it's coming from. And then this other box is a sending unit. Sending unit and bolts and stuff like that for this motor or this tractor. The sending unit on the other side, it was stripped out in the middle, making it a pain. But I might jump in and see if I can do this while that charges. I'll put this box in there too. Maybe we'll open it up. Yeah, this oil one is a little hard to tell what's going on here. And then this one got stuck on and was putting voltage to places that shouldn't have voltage. So we had some issues here. Somebody added these. Almost thought about putting them somewhere else, but we're just gonna leave them where they are for right now. Okay, so somebody put these screws down through. Someday I'll get this cleaned up. It won't be today. But figure as that's charging, I can mess with this. I don't know what they did here. There ain't even a bolt left on. Okay, so on the voltage side of it. So let's see what we got. The voltage is disconnected because it was grounding itself out, so it's giving me all sorts of funky things. I got the biggest adjustable I could use on this just because it was convenient, but it's not really that convenient. And this line's wet from oil. Which is coming from the top here and dripping down. So hopefully that seals itself back up or something. We'll see in a second. These have been on there for quite some time. Yeah. Which would explain a lot, but it's good to have gauges. You can hear it clicking around. Right now it thinks it's at 30. Now it's at 0. So, and 30 to 0 doesn't really help me. We got a 12 volt one coming. So I think it's 8 to 16. Should see where that is. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Probably should just level that out. I don't know who did that. Got some black paint. I could paint this in the meantime. And this one has a good light and everything else. The other one never had a light in it, so we just gotta wire that light in. Oh yeah, this thing is beautiful. So I'm gonna get a new line that actually runs up there, but that goes behind this filter. In case you're in a pinch, your belt works as a filter wrench. Yeah, I'm amazed that actually worked. Granted, I've been struggling with it for like 5 minutes, but we got it turning. I must have not. What is it doing? Let me put my belt back on. I must have not put oil around that seal or something. I have filter wrenches. They're just tucked away. So I'm glad that worked. Because the oil pressure, it's got a little portal underneath there. I don't know if somebody drilled that in or what they really did there, but we're gonna get a whole new line. That way we don't have all the kinks and who knows what else goes on. The ends are a little messed up, but I'll get this filter off and I'll show you. I figure we can do a better job than having all these bends and messed up ends, and yeah, get the right connections on the ends. So we just got to get a piece of copper wire. Will it start? Let me put my box back over here. It is very unhappy. Huh. I got volts on it. No, I do not. That did not go according to plan. I figured that would have started. So I got the gauge, the wire, we got to do that. We got the wire still there for the other one. We just got to figure out what we want to do for gauge cluster. Do something a little different there. Yeah. Whew, there's got to be stuff in there. I can get it to go, but then it fights me. So I've been messing around with this. I actually went and got the cleaner, got some emery cloth, cleaned everything up. And then I was like, wait, hold on. There's the drill bit size. There's something stuck. Gotta remember when they welded all this was back when everything was hand welded. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to take these fuel tanks off to drill that out, because it's definitely like they burned through, or they did something and it's stuck right there, and ain't a chance. I keep pushing it down and I keep almost ruining everything. So always something. I guess you guys will have to stay tuned to see what I figure out on that. I got some ideas. Yeah, angle, drill, setup. Yeah, drill that out, slide that piece in. So it's just gotta have a burr or something right at the top on both sides where they welded it and it burned through and made it just enough it doesn't slide through. But still can't believe I spent the amount of money I did on those things, and hopefully they fix our issue. But appreciate you guys watching along, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.